General Hospital recap December 2nd, Willow married Drew, Laura confesses and Curtis shocking secret. General Hospital recaps for Tuesday, December 2nd reveal Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, went through with her marriage, while Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, confessed to Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom. What is this? Plus, a shocking secret was revealed in Curtis Ashford's, Donnell Turner, flashback, revealing he paid Selena Wu, Lydia Look, $1 million for a hit on Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson. Michael lurked outside as Willow married Drew. As Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, lurked outside, the wedding ceremony of Drew and Willow started, with Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, officiating. Make sure to check out our weekly GH spoilers, here. Guests included Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, Scout Quartermain, Cosette Abinante, Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose. When Martin suggested skipping to the vows, Drew insisted that nothing would prevent him from marrying Willow. Michael stepped away before Drew could say his vows. Then, when it was Willow's turn, she remembered her earlier talk with Nina, where her mother questioned if she truly wanted to proceed with the marriage. Want more General Hospital news? Get updates on the latest General Hospital news, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Willow went through with her marriage. As the guests watched nervously, Willow hesitated before finally saying, "I do." After Drew and Willow exchanged rings, Martin declared them husband and wife, while Nina and Alexis looked away in disgust as the couple kissed. After congratulating her father, Scout took Drew into another room to share a surprise she had for him. Read this, make sure to check out our yesterday General Hospital spoilers. What is this? Meanwhile, Willow informed Nina that she had fulfilled her goal by going through with the ceremony. Nina pledged her full support in helping to get Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Viren Weaver, Sequoia and Serenity Mork-Mako back. Willow thanked Elizabeth and Alexis explained to Martin. The bride expressed her gratitude to Elizabeth for being by her side. Liz commented that she wished for Willow to receive everything she desired from the marriage, to which Willow confidently replied that she was certain it would happen. Martin acknowledged Alexis's presence, saying it was kind of her to come, and she explained that her attendance was solely to support Scout. She voiced her frustrations about how the marriage and Willow's choices were complicating her job, emphasizing the need to win the case, otherwise, Drew would prevent her from seeing her granddaughter again. Read this, General Hospital spoilers, Michael crashes ceremony to demand Lila's ring back, shocks Drew and Willow. Scout caught the bouquet and drew a picture. Alexis explained her strategy was to persuade the jury that someone else had a greater motive to shoot Drew than Willow did. After Scout caught the bouquet that Willow had thrown, Alexis took the girl back to the Davis residence for a sleepover. What is this? Once all the guests had departed, Willow inquired about Scout's surprise, and Drew revealed a drawing of the three of them. He assured her that the picture would soon include 5 people once they brought Wiley and Amelia home, and then he kissed his bride. Willow loved the drawing from her new stepdaughter. Gio bonded further with Brooke Lynn. Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, stayed to assist Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, with the cleanup after the QS enjoyed their Thanksgiving pizza. What is this? Brooke Lynn felt touched when her son shared that he hoped to receive an invitation for next year because he had a great time celebrating the holiday with her. As she struggled to make small talk, Brooke Lynn revealed her anxiety about messing things up with him, especially since their conversation at the hospital had been very meaningful to her. Gio assured her that even if things became complicated between them, they were family, and everything would be fine since he was finished pushing her away. Then, Brooke Lynn inquired about the break-in at the lab when he sighed and suggested she talk to Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna. She insisted on hearing his perspective on the matter. What is this? Gio explained he and Emma had forgotten while assisting Ned. Gio shared how he and Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, forgot their lab break-in plan after Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, had his heart attack. He regretted involving the other kids in stealing the key fob since they were minors, and he asked them to do something illegal. Brooke Lynn praised her son for owning up to it, noting Dante shows fear as anger. Gio agreed he understood Dante's anger but didn't have to accept it. Brooke Lynn stated Dante wanted a relationship with his son, but Gio was doubtful. Their discussion was cut off when Emma rushed in searching for Gio. After Brooke Lynn left, Emma showed Gio a note she found under her door that had an address just 3 blocks from the Brown Dog Bar, which was Dalton's off-campus lab. "What is this?" Curtis was taken in for questioning. Curtis was surprised when Nathan Reeves, Ryan Pavey, showed up at his house on Thanksgiving to question him about Drew's shooting. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, and Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, watched as Curtis asked if he was under arrest. Nathan said he wasn't there to arrest him, so Curtis refused to go, not wanting to leave his family on the holiday. Trina confronted Nathan, saying the police had no right to take her father, and Curtis told Trina to go inside and keep Aunt Stella Henry, Vernee Watson, from coming out. Jordan questioned why Curtis was being questioned when Willow was the main suspect, and Nathan said new evidence had emerged. Curtis reluctantly agreed to go to the station after informing his family. "What is this?" Kai calmed Trina, who blasted off at Stella for keeping secrets. Inside, Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, calmed Trina, and she scoffed at Stella's comment about Jordan going with Curtis, thinking Jordan would try to get close to him. Stella was shocked when Trina and Marshall Ashford, Robert Gossett, revealed Jordan was partly responsible for Curtis and Portia's breakup. When Stella asked if Curtis and Jordan were having an affair, Trina insisted her dad wouldn't cheat, but Jordan was there when trouble started. Stella was upset that Marshall knew and didn't tell her, suggesting she wouldn't have invited Jordan for Thanksgiving. Trina then pointed out how disappointing it was to learn her family was keeping secrets, like everyone knowing about her mother's pregnancy except her. Kai and Trina discussed the situation as Marshall and Stella argued. Kai walked alongside Trina as she stepped outside to breathe in some fresh air. Stella and Marshall found themselves in a heated debate about whether they should step in and meddle in Curtis's affairs. Stella was convinced that her sister would feel let down by Curtis for abandoning his child, whereas Marshall believed that Irene Ashford, Cheryl Frances Harrington, would have advised her to just let it be. Meanwhile, outside, Trina opened up to Kai, expressing her deep fear that her mother could have been the one responsible for shooting Drew. But now her concerns had shifted to the possibility that her father might actually be guilty. "What is this?" Laura got a happy surprise. Laura was talking on the phone with Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, when someone knocked at her door as her great-grandson played on the floor. It was Kevin, back from Ireland a week early with a huge bouquet. Sensing his wife's anxious vibe, Kevin initially thought she was just worn out from a tough re-election campaign. When he encouraged her to tell him what was wrong, Laura remembered discovering Henry Dalton, Daniel Goddard, dead in her car's trunk. But before she could reveal this to her husband, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, knocked on the door. She got up to let Lulu in. Laura confessed to Kevin. Kevin asked Lulu how Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, was doing, and Laura felt uneasy when he questioned if they knew where Dalton was. She mentioned it was past Ace Cassidy's, most recently Joey and Jay Clay, bedtime. While Lulu took her nephew upstairs to bed, Kevin remarked to Laura that it was strange the professor had vanished and speculated if he was gone for good. After Lulu returned downstairs from putting Ace to bed, she said goodbye to her mother and stepfather. Once they were alone again, Laura admitted to Kevin that she had found Dalton's dead body in her car's trunk. "What is this?" Michael encountered Jacinda at the Brown Dog Bar. After leaving Drew's house, Michael went to the Brown Dog, where he bumped into Jacinda Bracken, Paige Herschel, at the bar. She asked why he wasn't with his family on Thanksgiving night, and Michael explained that he had been with them earlier. But then he had gone to check if Willow was really going to marry Drew. They moved to a table, and Michael confessed that he needed to see Willow marry Drew to believe it. He still couldn't believe how his ex had repeatedly chosen Drew over him, despite his manipulations and lies. "Read this," General Hospital spoilers. Does Michael know more about Willow's impending marriage to Drew than he's letting on? Michael and Jacinda consummated their relationship. Feeling more certain than ever that he was making the right decisions for the kids, Michael confessed he didn't want to go home and tell Wiley and Amelia that Willow had gotten married. Jacinda, calling Drew a spiteful and vindictive bully who reminded her of a stepfather who never prioritized her, reassured Michael that he was doing the best for his children. Then, Michael admitted that he wished they had met in different circumstances so Jacinda would know he wanted to be with her for who she is, not just as his alibi. "What is this?" Leaning in to kiss Michael, Jacinda said she believed him. She then invited him back to her apartment, where they consummated their relationship. Curtis and Jordan went to the PCPD with Nathan. At the station, Curtis struggled to contact another lawyer since Alexis was already representing Willow. Jordan questioned if Curtis knew what evidence the PCPD had, but Curtis just wanted to answer questions and go home. He insisted Jordan be a witness during his questioning and told Nathan to refer to his earlier statement about Drew's shooting. Instead, Nathan wanted to hear directly from Curtis about his whereabouts. After Curtis explained his actions that night and said he didn't need an alibi for being alone doing paperwork at the Savoy, he asked about the PCPD's new evidence. Read this, General Hospital spoilers. Michael crashes ceremony to demand Lila's ring back, shocks Drew and Willow? The questioning continued. Nathan revealed they accessed Red Shell Securities records, which managed the club's alarms, showing a 1-hour gap between when Curtis reactivated the alarm after leaving and when he supposedly met Jordan. Curtis said he got to the brown dog before Jordan. Jordan asked if the PCPD had proof Curtis was the shooter. Nathan said they didn't. "What is this?" He explained that Curtis, a former cop, knew how to cover his tracks, and his earlier statement didn't say he arrived first. Curtis thought it didn't matter. Nathan gave him a chance to change his statement, asking if he left anything out. Curtis' Selena secret revealed. Curtis flashed back to meeting with Selena Wu, Lydia Look, but told Nathan he stood by his statement, since that took place during that 1-hour gap in the security footage. When Jordan said the PCPD was desperate, Nathan pointed out that the lack of evidence suggested Drew's shooting was done by a pro. Curtis then recalled his talk with Selena, remembering he had offered her $1 million to kill Drew Kane that night. Curtis now faces a big problem, since he can't hardly contact Selena to verify he paid her to put out a hit on Drew. However, there is still the mystery to solve of how the shooter got Edward Quartermain's, John Ingle, gun, if there indeed was a hit man or hit woman. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates.